Welcome to the Art of Money podcast with Art McPherson.
And this is the Art of Money podcast with Art McPherson and Luke McCarty, artofmoneyradio.com for more information on the McPherson Financial Group or to schedule that initial complimentary consultation. We appreciate you listening. Now, let's get to the show. It's all the importance of having a plan, and Art McPherson's always talking about what is your tax plan? What is your 401k strategy? Well, it all begins with a conversation. Let's give Art McPherson a call, 772-281-5223. Again, no cost, no obligation to you. All this information online at artofmoneyradio.com. That's also where you will find the Artist Vault. There's close to 30 interviews. It's got to feel pretty good.
It's a lot of fun, and it's amazing how successful people, because these are in the top 1% of their craft, right? So if you're in Hollywood, to make it to Hollywood, you're in the top 1%. If you're a professional athlete, you're in the top 1%. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing to have, or like Vicente Fox, who was the president of Mexico, he's in the top 1% to make it to even more than that. You're in such an elite group there.
Right.
We've only had 46 presidents in our history. So you just get a chance and you get a feeling, and what you start to find in common, everybody that's there, it's been not because of luck, it's because of a lot of hard work. And the reason they were successful is because they worked harder than their peers. Not because they were lucky or they were in the right place. And I think Michael Irvin said it the best. He said, it's when preparation meets opportunity that you have the success.
That's a prime example of the guest that we're going to hear from today in Oscar De La Hoya. He is a gold medalist. He has won 11 titles over 6 weight classes. So here from the Pump Brothers Foundation event out in Los Angeles, here's Art McPherson's conversation with Oscar De La Hoya.
Tell me a little bit about the Golden Glove event that you guys have created and what you're doing with the youth and how you're bringing up young boxers, and give me a little bit of your backstory.
Yeah, so when I was at the peak of my career, I remember having a very, very difficult fight that I won, but it was painful. It was a moment of reality for me. I instantly, in the dressing room after the fight, I was icing my face. My body was sore, and it just hit me. I said to myself, what am I going to do after boxing? This is not going to last forever. So I decided to start Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy is my nickname, and because of the Olympic Games in 1992. And, I started signing fighters to promotional contracts. Fighters started to confide in me and trust me, and we were able to leverage my personal career in getting contracts with HBO, and it grew from there. And we started promoting all the big names in boxing, from Floyd to Mayweather to Pacquiao to all the champions now, Canelo. And so we became one of the biggest promoters in the world today. And it's a lot of passionate work that I do.
Sure.
It's obviously right up my alley. At the same time, you're giving these kids opportunities and opening up doors. So when I promote a fighter and I scout a fighter anywhere around the world, I always think about myself. I always think about where I came from, where I grew up in East LA, dirt poor, humble with nothing. So these opportunities mean a lot to these fighters. So
sure.
It's a passion that I have.
How is promoting in the boxing field? I see a lot of money involved with boxing.
Sure.
How much goes to the boxer versus how much goes to the promoter and so forth like that?
Well, I can't really disclose those secrets.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing. The fighter makes the majority of the money.
Okay.
And obviously it's only fair because the fighter is getting up in the ring, and it all depends. It all depends what type of fighter you are, the caliber of fighter, the popularity. If you're a pay-per-view fighter, if you're just a network fighter who's going to get a set fee. If you're a pay-per-view fighter who's going to share in all revenue streams across the board, then you're making some serious money. I remember my last big contract I negotiated for Canelo, which made him the highest paid athlete in any sport.
Wow.
To date.
Well done, sir.
So, I was pretty proud of that.
Sure, you should be.
I wasn't happy that he made most of it. But we make our nice chunk of the piece of the pie. But, I do it because, it's great money. It's great business. It opens up a lot of doors for me. with other opportunities in business. But at the same time, it's just gratifying that I can make these kids' dreams come true, literally. You know, like a kid, like Canelo, who comes from Mexico, dirt poor, is one of like 9, I believe. He was selling ice cream when he was like 10 years old with his father in the streets. So to get him a contract like that, it's just to me, it's just so satisfying. Yeah.
So as you have developed in your career, you've had a high level of success. How have you translated from boxing to the business side? Now you're actually in the promoting side. How have you transferred that over?
Yeah, it's, I literally still, trying to find that answer. I literally am, because a lot of times I feel like it was just meant to be. I surrounded myself with a lot of good people.
Okay.
And I have a very good work ethic. And I'm serious in what I do, and when I pursue, I have to conquer. And it's just like being in the ring. You have 12 rounds to win a fight. A couple of rounds you're going to lose. Maybe a round they knock you down, but you have to get back up, and you have to fight hard, and you have to strategize. And maybe strategy means losing a round to come back and win 3 more rounds, So boxing has taught me a lot, and I try to use it in real life, outside the ring, whether it's business, whether it's family, whether it's everything, And boxing, it's made me, basically the person who I am today.
I think every guy has been in the scraps, on the playground with the bullies, with, getting into fights.
Sure.
What is it like, though, being in a ring, being a championship fighter? How is it emotionally when you lose to be able to come back and be a champion again? How do you do that?
It's a lot of internal suffering. And if you can channel that suffering, if you can channel that, and when people say don't give up, literally don't give up. But it's a lot of pain. It's a lot of pain. If you can channel that pain and turn it into a positive and turn it into, some good energy, and surround yourself with good people. You have to feel pain. You have to hit the bottom in order to reach the top. That's been one of my keys to a lot of my successes over the years. I've basically figured out, I'm not going to be afraid. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to walk right through the fire. I'm not going to stay in the fire. I'm not going to shy away from the fire. No, I'm going to walk right through it, because I don't know what's on the other side. I have to be on the other side to experience the other side. It's basically just, in a nutshell, believing in yourself.
Well, Oscar, thank you so much for being on the show today. I appreciate you, and look forward to hanging with you for the next couple of days.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Art McPherson, I want to walk through fire and run through a brick wall after hearing from Oscar De La Hoya.
Pretty cool, huh?
That was a great interview. Nice job. You can hear this in its entirety at artofmoneyradio.com. Just click on celebrity interviews, and you can see all the entries into the Artist Vault.
Thanks for listening. Want more from Art McPherson of McPherson Financial Group? Find us online at artofmoneyradio.com. We are an independent financial services firm helping individuals create retirement strategies using a variety of financial and insurance products to custom suit their needs and objectives. Securities offered through World Equity Group, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Investment advisory services offered through ProStatus Group, LLC. McPherson Financial Group and ProStatus Group, LLC are separate entities and are not owned or controlled by World Equity Group, Inc. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Investment financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. Art McPherson is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Please consult with your attorney, accountant, and or tax advisor for advice concerning your particular circumstances. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Arthur McPherson. Florida Insurance License number A174725.
Today's show has been a work of art.